Hello everyone, and welcome to Eastland County Today's RIPS Report. I'm Levi Freeman, and I'm joined today with VFW Post 4136 Commander Daniel Franco. We are in the meeting hall at Post 4136, and we're going to learn a little bit more about Mr. Franco and what the VFW stands for, what they're doing, and get an insider's perspective. And without further ado, a lot of people know that the VFW stands for Veterans of Foreign Wars. Mm-hmm. But what exactly do you do on a daily, a weekly, monthly basis? And talk about maybe how many members you have and what your reach is within the community.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks you for having us, and thanks for recognizing the VFW in little old Eastland, Texas. Essentially, we have around 80 members right now that are active. And what we do, our whole goal at the VFW, and our motto is no one does more for veterans. So our number one goal is to assist Eastland County veterans if assistance is needed. If they need any information regarding getting benefits, we can guide them in the right direction. We have a lot of resources inside and outside the VFW organization. Well, I have a very good link of resources throughout the area in and around Eastland County. If I don't have the answer for somebody, I can help them out. But in a nutshell, what we do here is we want to help any veteran in the Eastland County area that needs help, as well as give back to our community, even if they're not veterans, as far as youth organizations and stuff like that. So,
okay. How did you become Post 4136 Commander? And what did you have to do to earn this title?
Well, it's a funny story. I moved here to Eastland, Texas about 3 years ago. And I am a veteran of a foreign war. So I swung in one day when I noticed some cars outside and introduced myself, and actually met the commander that day, and they said, hey, do you want to be a member? We got a position open up as a junior vice commander. I said, well, I just kind of wanted to hang out and you know, be around other veterans, but sure, if you need somebody to fill the position. And then subsequently so I was third in rank, and the next individual in rank ended up moving away, so I bumped up a rank, and unfortunately our our commander at the time got ill, so he had to step down. So 6 months after being part of the VFW, they just kind of during a meeting said, hey, would you like to be the new commander? You're next in line. So wow. It kind of fell in my lap. And I have run for re-election twice since then. So this is my third year as a commander, but no, I didn't join the VFW with the intent to do anything political. Right. Not a politics fan, but they needed me to step up and do whatever the VFW needed, and so here I am, the commander of 3 years. Yeah, unexpectedly.
I think there's a lot of people out there that wishes they could get a promotion that quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. I've never had a promotion just kind of fall on my lap. Right. I always did have to work for those, but it's funny how it worked out. But it worked out great. I'm loving it. So.
Awesome. With that, you just had a benefit concert, Beat the Heat, this past weekend. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How that went? How many people you had? And what that was for.
Absolutely. So the Beat the Heat, even though it is not very hot outside right now, the Beat the Heat was for a fundraiser to replace the air conditioning, the central AC and heat in this very meeting room that we're sitting in right now, went out about 4 or 5 months ago. And so it was going to cost a couple $1,000s to get it replaced, to get the unit replaced. And so we had the idea of having a fundraiser, live music event, naming it Beat the Heat, so we can try to get some money to replace our air conditioning. It went great. We had a great local band. Irish Goodbye played for us, and they always have a great turnout when they play here for our benefits. And we had probably about 75 people here. It was a great turnout, and we actually did get just enough to pay for the air conditioning. So it should be getting installed here. So hopefully we may have beaten the heat because I don't think summer is quite upon us. But if we wait too much longer to get it installed, we may be in trouble. But I think we may have beaten the heat. But it was a wonderful turnout, and I really thank everybody from the community for helping us replace the air conditioning unit.
Absolutely, yeah. We see it right over here.
Yeah, it's sitting over here off camera, so I already got it purchased.
Here, you can take our word for it. It's right
Absolutely.
over here. Just ready to be installed, and hopefully that happens sooner rather than later.
Absolutely.
Do you have any future events planned at the moment, or?
Well, we like to have. So we're a nonprofit, okay, and like I said to the first question, our whole goal here is to help veterans of Eastland County. That does cost money. We did a fundraiser for a veteran who was no longer mobile anymore, and we raised funds and got him a scooter last year so he could get around. We've done things like help out veterans that were having financial issues, hardship loans, or just grants, really, not loans. We just help them out. Different veterans. We have a veteran right now who lost his possessions in a house fire. So we're in the middle of trying to coordinate and getting him what he needs and everything he's lost. Everything we do is to help our community and our veterans. And we don't have a targeted fundraiser right now, but we do like to schedule fundraisers every 2 months or so, month and a half, 2 months. We will have live music here, or we'll have a karaoke night or something like that. And you can find the schedules for that on our Facebooks and online. And every event that we do goes back into the community, but we don't have a targeted fundraiser yet. But like I said, I am working with the family of that veteran who just lost his house in a house fire. That will most likely be our next one. Our next benefit will most likely be targeted to that veteran. So
awesome.
We don't have a date or anything for it, but we'll get it out there and pushed out there all over social media and everywhere you can see things in Eastland County on social media and with the chamber and the paper and stuff like that. So
right. How does one become involved in the VFW?
Okay. Well, there's two parts of that question. In order to become a member of the VFW, you would have to have served as a veteran of a foreign war. So in order to be eligible to be a member of the VFW, you would have to have served in some type of overseas conflict or campaign in support of an overseas conflict. So like Iraqi freedom or enduring freedom is my generation's campaign. Then you have like Vietnam veterans, Korean War veterans, Gulf War veterans. So in order to be eligible to be a member, you would have to serve in one of those. And if you ever question and think, hey, I may be eligible to join the VFW, you just feel free to give me a call. Our phone number, or you can reach out to me on our Facebook or our email. We have a website, and I can look at your DD-214. And if you're eligible, you can become a member. Now, to help and support the VFW, you don't need to be a member of the veteran of foreign wars. To support the VFW, the easiest way is to share and support by word of mouth and social media our fundraisers. That supports us, because what we do is we give back to the community and Eastland County veterans, and we can't do that without the community support. So support could be, and we'll go over our website and everything like that. But there's easy links, QR codes that you can support our VFW, and a lot of our businesses in Eastland do support the VFW, and we're very, very gracious. And I always put it out there on our Facebook and our newspaper and the newspaper ad and stuff like that. The businesses that do support us, because without the community support, we can't then give back to the community.
Yes,
and community veterans. So
yeah, and we'd also like to thank you for being an advertiser with us as well with Eastland County Today, and it helps everybody out. So. All right, well, we covered that base. What would you say makes post 41 4136 a special post compared to some of the others in the country?
That's a great question. I think that Post 4136, unfortunately, nationwide, the VFW as a whole, and this is in my opinion, has a bad image as being a bar. Yes, we did have a functioning canteen here for many, many years. And the way it was designed was the canteen was made to support the VFW so that you could then, the revenue from the canteen will then allow you to support local veterans. Unfortunately, the VFW has earned this persona of a bar, of just a bar. And so when I became commander, one of the very first things I did was just tell our members that, look, I have no intention on running a bar. It was never in my agenda in life to run a bar. So my intention, my goal was, and what we've done is we have stepped back from the canteen/bar image, and right now we focus on helping community veterans and helping just community. And so I believe we are a 180 polar opposite of what many of the image that many VFWs and veterans organizations have fallen into, because they have become too consumed with running a bar that they can't help the community. And I would rather help the community and not worry about running a bar or be labeled as just a bar. So some of the things we have done with the community is during the fires of Eastland County a couple of years ago, we raised $2,000 for the Eastland County Fire Departments and presented them with a check. We sponsor local Boy Scout Troop 103. We've been sponsoring them. This will be our third year sponsoring them. And we have great news coming up with the Boy Scouts. We're actually going to be sponsoring a second Boy Scout troop that is actually pretty exciting. It's going to be an all-girl Boy Scout troop. So not Girl Scouts. Right. It's just a group of young ladies in Eastland County that would rather learn how to do neat things like camp and not sell cookies. Right. You know, so that's going to be exciting. We're meeting about that next week. And we sponsor the high school, Eastland County High School fishing team. We've done that for 2 years, and we allowed them to use our hall for Super Bowl, and they had a little Super Bowl party here. So things like that you don't see every day is I want that to get there and get out to Eastland a lot more. And once we get that into the public spotlight of the county, then they'll understand that we're not just a bar. And so we're moving in the right direction. But to answer the question, I believe we're polar opposite of what what many VFWs have fallen victim to of running bars, and we're a veteran and community organization, not a bar.
Wow. Yeah, that's wonderful to hear. You know, certainly you can't get that type of buzz from like alcohol from like helping your fellow man.
Absolutely. I get much more gratification helping my community and helping veterans and helping the youth of our community.
Absolutely.
Whatever we can do to better our community, that's what we're all about. So that's what we strive for.
What do you wish more people knew about the VFW?
The VFW as a whole, or this particular VFW?
Maybe this VFW.
Okay. Well, essentially is summed up in the last question. I wish more people knew that we were still here. Because we did, like I did say, one of the first line of business when I became commander was to get away from the running the bar image and more of a community involvement image and helping community veterans. And that didn't really get around. It's slowly getting around. And the community is slowly coming around because for too many years we were just seen as a bar. And since we closed the canteen, people, I've heard so many times since then that, oh, your VFW still open? Be like, absolutely. We never stopped. We just closed the canteen, but we're extremely active in the community. So I just want the community to know that we're still here and we're still very, very active with the community, and we're still here for all of you veterans in the community. If you need something, if you need assistance with benefits, if you have questions, if you're if you've been turned down for benefits 20 years ago and you just gave up, there are resources that we can help you. We hosted a veterans benefits seminar about 4 or 5 months ago, and we were able to get 30 Eastland County veterans that were essentially turned down for benefits at some point in their life, right, or had just given up on trying to get benefits. We were able to get 30 Eastland County veterans signed and applied for benefits. It was an amazing event, and it makes you feel so good that you can help community veterans that just assumed that right, the community and the government had turned and the VA had turned their back on them, because we haven't. We're still here. We're still live and kicking. So.
Yeah, obviously here on camera, you're here. We're live.
We're still here. I promise.
And we're not in a bar.
No,
so
we are not in a bar.
There you go. What do you see the future of post 4136 to be? And what are do you have any long-term plans or goals, or what would you like to see happen in the future here?
My long-term goal, and that's whether I'm the commander or whether I'm just a member of the VFW, my long-term goal is to make sure that VFW Post 4136 of Eastland, Texas serves veterans of Eastland County and surrounding area and gives back to our community as long as we possibly can. We are a nonprofit. We do not have source of revenue. All of our revenue comes from local businesses and sponsors and our fundraisers. Every single one of those dollars that come in goes back into veterans that need assistance, veterans benefit seminars, and things of that nature, or community events, youth fishing teams, and whatever teams need, and they come to me and say, hey, would you like to sponsor? I don't hesitate. So my long-term goal in Eastland, or for this VFW, is to remain active as long as we possibly can, and that is completely determined by the community and our sponsors, people who have been so generous, businesses have been so generous to help us out. But as long as we can keep the lights on, we will be serving our community. So as long as I can serve the community of Eastland County, as long as I possibly can, is our long-term goal and our short-term goal.
All right, and so from a macro level, we've had obviously a new administration take over. Has that had any noticeable impact on y'all at all?
No, we haven't seen any immediate impact with the new administration. We are still kind of early in it. So luckily we are, the VFW as a whole, nationally, and the state VFW, state of Texas, we are a different entity. We don't fall under the executive branch. So all of the crazy dropping of the hammer and the stirring up of crazy political chaos right now is not affecting us. I do believe we will probably see changes in the coming couple years. I can't really anticipate them to be positive or negative. Mm-hmm. There will be a change. Every administration, there is a change. I'm hoping it's for the good, mm-hmm, based on the administration that is in there right now. But we don't know. We don't know. But to answer the question, no, I haven't seen any changes, which is good. I don't want to have to report what I did last week to Elon Musk or anything like that. But no, we haven't seen any changes. But hopefully, if we do see changes, they are for the good. But we can only cross our fingers.
That's right. That's right. We'll keep doing that for you. Who or what would you like to rip a new one in?
Oh, rip a new one. Okay. Well, I would like to rip a new one, and whoever is messing with the price of my eggs, because I'm not a fan of paying $6-7 a dozen eggs, and I like my omelets. So whoever it is up at the top, I don't know if they watch Eastland County Today stream. I'm sure they do.
It'd be nice.
Yeah,
It'd be nice.
but whoever it is up there that is messing with my egg prices, if they could just stop, that'd be okay with me.
Me too. Me too. Another little silly question for you. If
Sure.
someone opened a time capsule 31 years from now, what's something of yours they'd be surprised to find still kicking around like old Rip?
Well, I don't know if it would still be kicking, but if they opened up a time capsule in 30 years, okay, well, if I had the choice tomorrow to put something into a capsule that was going to be opened in 30 years,
yes,
I would probably write a handwritten letter in cursive and then look down on from heaven on the younger generations trying to decipher the hieroglyphics they've come across. Because I don't think that anybody in 31 years will have any clue what a handwritten letter in cursive would be.
Right. That will be in ancient history class.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, and just to wrap things up, how can people get a hold of you and Post 3136? What are the proper channels to go through?
Okay, well, if anybody wants to get a hold of me, obviously you can call our number, the public number that's listed. It's 254-629-1918. Or you can go to our Facebook page. We have a very update and active Facebook page. It is VFW Post 4136, Eastland, Texas. Or you can just go to our website. We have a website that has all active events, upcoming events, and things of that nature. It also has links on there so you can donate and support our VFW and in turn support our community. That our website is www.vfwpost4136.wordpress.com. And on there you have a link that if you want to inquire on membership, you can shoot me an email directly on that website, or you can just comment on our Facebook page, and I'm the one that checks that. Or call our number. Then I'd be happy to talk with you if you think you're eligible. We'd love to have you as a member. I can discuss it with you in person and see if you're eligible. If you are, the VFW actually, our VFW will pay your first year's membership.
Wow.
And it's not too expensive. It's $30 a year. If you want to join up. You'll come to our meetings. We have meetings here on the second Thursday of every month at 7:00 p.m. And even if you're not a member and you want to come sit in on our meeting and see what it's all about, we'd love to have you. And just come sit down and see if it's something you want to do. And we'd be more than happy to have you and join us. We cook a little dinner before our meeting, so we all kind of hang out and we have a dinner and then come into our meeting nice and fat and happy and try not to nod off and fall asleep.
Well, no excuses for getting involved and at least seeing if you can be a member. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to Eastland County Today's RIPS Report. Again, this is Levi Freeman, and we've been with VFW Post 4136 Commander Daniel Franco. Thank you so much.
Thanks, sir,
for the time.
Appreciate you.
All right, have a good one.